I just wanted to share a little bit about my experience with working with the body rebuild system and Darcy. I came across Darcy at the beginning of this year, I think it was, because I was just looking online for somebody to help me with a sciatica flare-up, which I've been having on and off for like the last 11 years. I came across Darcy's profile and I liked the exercises he was doing, so I initially started off just following some of the exercises that he was showing, and then I saw that he did private coaching, so I reached out to him right in the middle of a really bad sciatica flare-up and I booked a consultation. But by the time the consultation came around, my sciatica flare-up had actually got better, so that motivation that I had at the beginning when I reached out wasn't there. So I took the call anyway, without the intention of actually taking it any further than just listening to him on this call. But everything that he said on that call made so much sense, and everything that he said resonated with me, because he wasn't just a coach helping others through education that he'd learned, from studying back pain. He'd actually experienced back pain himself, so he understood exactly where I was. He understood that right now I wasn't motivated enough to make that, have that push to invest in getting it sorted. But he also knew that I was in this vicious circle with the mistakes I was making, and everything he said made sense. So I just thought, you know what, I need to listen to him and take his advice, which wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, because I had, in my years of exercise, everything that I had learned was push hard, push your body hard. If it hurts, that's good, because it means that your body's changing. And I never sat back and thought, maybe this pushing hard is actually hurting me, which it was. And I realized that from working with Darcy, that I needed to listen to the cues. I needed to listen to when my body was sore, when it was tight. And I actually understood from working with Darcy for the first 16 weeks that my back pain was not just localized in my back. I actually had really tight hip flexors. So just, working with him, I took a step back completely from the way I was training, and I only did what he gave me the okay to do. And occasionally when I slipped back into bad habits and I started to train the way I was training and the way I had always trained, the pain came back. So that again made me understand that I was doing everything wrong, and I was never going to get rid of this back pain for good unless I followed Darcy's guidance. So at the end of the 16 weeks, I had set my goal to be able to walk around the lake that I'm at now, actually, to walk 3 times around this lake without back pain, and I've done it multiple times. At the end of the 16 weeks, I chose to carry on working with Darcy because I just loved his whole ethos, his philosophy of listening to yourself, listening to your body, not pushing past certain barriers. And it changed the way I work out, to be honest. And although I'm not lifting as heavy, I've let go of those goals and those ambitions to do that, because I just realized that wasn't what was good for me personally. And I'm so much happier. I don't have back pain. And throughout the whole coaching process, Darcy has always been there for me. It hasn't been a completely linear progress to recovery. It's been up and down. There's been times when I haven't felt motivated to do my exercises, and he's always picked that up, and he's contacted me and he said, listen, what's happening? Why are you not doing them? Are they and he genuinely cares, which is one thing I really want to stress to anybody who's thinking about working with him. It is a little bit, people can be a little bit apprehensive about working with a coach online as opposed to somebody in person, but I haven't really come across a coach that has cared as much as Darcy has. And I really don't think I would be here today unless I had his support, and which is why I chose to carry on working with him, because I need that support until I can learn to be motivated to do what he's teaching me to do on my own. So thank you so much for your help, Darcy, and I hope anybody who's on the fence about thinking about working with Darcy and the body rebuild system, if you've suffered with back pain, you know that it's something that can really change everything that you do in life, and having the support of somebody like Darcy is a life changer. So I wouldn't hesitate in recommending Darcy.